A Fox News alert. Today Show host Savannah Guthrie speaking out about the disappearance of her mother, who police now believe was kidnapped from her home. Guthrie writing on Instagram, quote, "We believe in prayer. We believe in voices raised in unison, in love and hope. We believe in goodness. We believe in humanity. Above all, we believe in him. We need you. Bring her home." 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was last seen Saturday evening after family members dropped her off at her home in Arizona. Sunday morning, a churchgoer realized Nancy missed service and alerted her family, who then called the police. By Sunday night, Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos declared Nancy Guthrie's home a crime scene, and on Monday they confirmed suspicion of a possible abduction.
It is our belief she was removed from that home against her will. We hope. We're racing the clock here. You said that earlier. Her meds are important, and the family has told us 24 hours without those meds could be fatal. And here we are at 30 plus hours, if more.
Former homicide detective Brian Foley joins me now. Brian, thank you so much for joining us. The details here are so concerning because we're talking about somebody who's so extremely vulnerable, and police say they believe that she was abducted from her bed. What stands out to you about the details we know so far?
You know, for the police to say that, they don't say someone was abducted lightly. So they're saying that, you know, as a cop walking into a crime scene, a homicide detective in there, where's the pocketbook? That's the first thing I'm looking at. Moms don't, we all have moms, they don't leave the house without the pocketbook. Is the pocketbook there? Were there valuables taken? Is there signs of forced entry into the home? Is there blood evidence on the scene? All of those things, I think, are certainly a possibility at this point, the way that the police department's talking right now. It's going to be the crime scene is going to have a lot of forensic value, especially taken from the bed. But what gets to me the most is you see across this country historically, as a homicide detective, you see elderly people attacked in their home, be it a burglary gone bad, something along those lines where they end up killed. The removal from the home is something you typically don't see with an elderly person. That strikes me as incredibly odd and something to focus on.
So yeah, focus on that for us. They haven't said if there was a ransom note or if there could be possible money attached to this, but they did say that they do not believe this was a home invasion or robbery gone wrong. And they also said, Sheriff Nanos also said that they don't believe that Nancy Guthrie was targeted because of her daughter's fame. So what does that lead you to believe, if this was an abduction, about who could have possibly done this and what the motive was? You know, or is?
You can't necessarily ignore the fact of the celebrity connection. But if they're saying that, there's something to give them indication of that. You know, you always look at what the cops are saying and what they're not saying. Yeah. They're not telling the other elderly folks in that community or in this state there to be careful, to lock your doors, keep your lights on, stay in touch with a loved one. They're not saying that stuff at all right now. So what that tells me is that they have indications that lead them to believe that this is targeted. But at the same time, you know, where are the credit cards? Were there valuables taken? It sounds like there weren't in this case. They'd be saying that there was valuables stolen if that were the case.
Yeah, and when asked what is leading law enforcement to believe that this was a kidnapping, Sheriff Nanos said, and this is a quote, "Something that they told me about the scene made me believe this is more than just a missing person." He also said he talked about how the scene indicated that she was removed against her will. So read into that crime scene for us and give us a sense of what he may be referring to.
Signs of a struggle. End of discussion. There's signs of a struggle. Number one. Number two, you're going to get the family in there. And the family is going to be able to look at the home and essentially tell you what's out of place, what's odd, is there something knocked over. These sort of things would never happen. You know, my mother's a very clean person, very orderly, but now there's this disarray in there. Again, the pocketbook, you know, is there a car? I mean, they're not talking about any of that stuff missing. That does make it seem like it's targeted, possibly somebody that knew of her. Or
so
someone
do you think it could have
life.
Possibly been a caregiver? I feel like that's what a lot of people's minds go to when something like this could have happened, or a family member of somebody who worked at the house.
You know, they're going to look at all those patterns.
Yeah.
What I like to do as a homicide detective, who's out, who's got out of prison, who's out of parole, who has a history of violence, who are the sex offenders, you know, that have gotten out recently. Kind of look at those patterns too, connect with the Department of Correction and who's getting out. It could go anywhere right now. We're at post 48 hours now after the crime.
Yes.
Cops are struggling. It's so painful for the family to understand. Plus there's the medication factor to it too. Again, removing an elderly person from the home, that takes effort. That takes planning, and this neighborhood is secluded. It's not like houses are stacked up on top of each other. There's not going to be a lot of ring camera evidence in the immediate area, so it's going to be a challenge for the police that are there. They did put the homicide team in there. That's great that they got them in there early. You want, the homicide detectives is typically the varsity team. Pima County has a lot of homicides per year that they investigate, so they're going to have that experience to do it. Hopefully they bring in other resources as well at the state level, maybe federal level, just to start doing surveillance.
And final question, when it comes to the timeline of all of this, it did feel like that Nancy Guthrie has a community of people and a lot of loved ones surrounding her. She was dropped off by family members at her home on Saturday night, and then churchgoers the next day on Sunday said, she always goes to this mass. She wasn't here, and immediately called a family member who then contacted police. Do you think that timeline, it wasn't days or weeks, it was, less than 12 hours, potentially could help in getting her back?
Hey, hopefully it helps in providing answers. Unfortunately, these things have a history of not ending too well. That's why our elderly are our most vulnerable population, and that's why, as humans, we all like to keep an eye on our elderly loved ones and hope that, to God, something like this never happens. So painful. Yeah, and that's why her daughter and her family and everybody who's heard about this story and has a mother and a father and is concerned and can relate is giving it up to God to pray for a positive outcome. Police are also in possession of her phone and are looking through that as well. But this is just a very scary situation as we enter day 3 of this woman missing. Yeah,
Brian, thank you for
Thank
joining us to break this all down.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.